Hey, we welcome Matt Hodge, the principal at Sylacauga High School. And Matt, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I am well. Good to have you with us. First couple of weeks of school, how's it been?
Man, it is fantastic. Sylacauga is a wonderful place.
Now, talk about, you coming in new as a principal at Sylacauga High School, some of the pluses for the first 2 weeks.
Well, the pluses are always going to be the students. I made a statement, I think it was a tweet that I put out the day students were coming in the hallways. I try to get to the school around 6:30, walk the halls, make sure everything's going on. But just the feeling of knowing kids are coming back to school. Mm-hmm. So a plus for me is always kids in the building, interaction in the hallways, education going on in the classroom.
It's been said to me that, I tell you, Mr. Hodge, he's a no-nonsense guy. What about that?
For some things, for the most part, we're gonna come to school and we're gonna do what we're supposed to do. We're gonna get our education. We're gonna act the way we're supposed to act, and that's the adults and the students. We're going to form as a Fortune 500 company, and the product's gonna be young people who are able to come out in the community and work.
COVID-19 Delta variant has affected so many aspects of everybody in our country, and including Alabama, including Sylacauga, Alabama, and it has affected our support staff as well, not just the students.
Yeah, from substitutes, etc. It's showing its head.
You haven't driven a bus yet, have you?
I was a bus driver for 15 years. I have not yet, but it is something we're looking at. But the nice thing is, looking around our surrounding area, we're very low numbers. We are very low numbers, and I contribute this to the community, raising children, and just what we do here in Sylacauga, doing what we're supposed to, doing the right thing. From the distancing to the masks to the hand washing, this mandate that Dr. Eller put in effect until the 19th, I think was genuinely needed. And our kids have run with it. There are no issues.
You think about it, and a lot of us have had our vaccinations, but the masking, I don't like the masking, but it's part of the process.
Right. I don't know if anybody really likes it per se, but knowing when you're putting it on, there's a reason, whether it be for your health or someone else's, it just makes sense right now.
Mm-hmm. Sylacauga High School students, grades classes 9 through 12. Have you been able to meet a lot of students so far?
Yes, and again, the unfortunate side is the mask deters me from actually seeing a face and getting to know them. So, but yeah, I'm in the hallway, I'm in the classrooms, lunchroom, etc. We've got good young people at this school. We've got good young people who know how to present themselves to people they're not familiar with, shake their hand and say hello. So I'm extremely excited of what we've seen these first 3 weeks.
What did you say to your teachers coming in to this year?
What did I say to them? Let's get busy. Let's get busy. I hear great things about what they've done. We're going to tweak some things here and there. But for the most part, just continue doing the great things you already have.
I know that we're looking for bus drivers here in the area, and I saw some of the information about that. And if you're watching this morning and you want an excellent part-time job with great benefits, that's the way to go.
It's wonderful benefits. Again, I drove a bus and a route for 15 years as a classroom teacher, and the benefits are just as the same as a teacher. So if you are looking for some work anywhere between 5:45 and 8 in the morning, and then come back and do it again at about 2:15 to almost 4 o'clock, it's great. Retirement, health insurance, etc. It's a wonderful opportunity.
And you get those extra perks. You can drive a bus on a school trip or an event or something like that, and make more money as well. Matt Hodge, our guest this morning, he's the principal at Sylacauga High School. Matt, our seniors last year in 2020, they faced this COVID, and they missed out on a lot of things that we would have loved for them to have participated in. This class in 21 is kind of unknown about where this thing may go.
It is. As the superintendent of Talladega just left, I had conversation with her briefly. The nice thing is it's not a ton of rules. There are some mandates, there are some precautions, but we have not been told and things crossed off the board yet. So we have the ability to do things for students that we didn't last year. And I've told students every home game, we're going to have a pep rally no matter what. It may just have to be outside. There may have to be some conditions. Unfortunately, last year, they were
Yeah.
none. So this class is not going to miss out. They'll miss some of the traditional normal, but they're not going to miss out.
With the freshman class coming in Sylacauga High School, it's all new to them.
Right.
You know, and I'm sure a lot of them are big-eyed and stuff like that. Have you been able to spend time with them and kind of encourage them a little bit?
Nice thing with that, we did a freshman orientation. We brought them in before school started, and I actually got to meet in 6 sessions with this freshman class, 45-minute time. And then I brought them in when school started as a family meeting. I call all the grade levels family meetings. And they know the expectations and the non-negotiables, but they also know that they're not at the middle school anymore, and they're in the big school. And we expect some things that they weren't expected of over there, but we're going to grow them into that process. And by the time they're seniors, they'll be running.
I saw a story on an incident in the Carolinas, just I think it was in North Carolina, where someone came on campus with a gun, and safety is always in our minds with our students and our school support system at Sylacauga High School.
Absolutely. We are fortunate enough, and we benefit from the knowledge and experience of Mr. Brown, our SRO. He's on campus. He's diligent with everything he does for safety of the students. As a matter of fact, yesterday he came to me about the concern of the crosswalk out front for our athletes going across the field house. So just little things like that he's monitoring is huge help. But safety is always a concern for students. You know, we're diligent in regards to the access of the school, who comes in, from the monitoring of the buzzing, where Miss Rita Ingram and Miss Lori Farr take advantage of the technology we have, where the camera, where people are buzzing in. So there's many opportunities for us to be proactive in safety, and we're taking advantage of it.
Next week, Sylacauga hasn't played a home game yet.
Not yet.
And their first home game will be homecoming next week.
Absolutely, and it's going to be fantastic. Looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to going down the road tonight and getting on the gridiron.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic too. Sylacauga against Central Clay County tonight. The Volunteers, that's 7 o'clock over in Clay County. And good part about it, Matt, is, as we say here in Sylacauga, just over the mountain.
Yes, sir.
Matt Hodge, who's our guest this morning, he is the principal at Sylacauga High School, and I know you got a busy schedule, but I do thank you for taking time to come this morning. Some closing thoughts from you to our parents and grandparents and students at Sylacauga High School.
Keep doing what y'all are doing. I'm telling you, I'm impressed every day by the young people that come into the school. I'm just pleased to be here, to give advice, to lend a hand, and to watch the progress of, like we said, the 9th graders through the seniors, to get them across the stage, graduate them so they become productive members of society.
All right. Matt, thanks so much for coming this morning.
My pleasure, sir.
More Daybreak coming up right after this. Don't go away.